everybody, this is Shotgun 1000 here reporting for duty, welcoming you back to another episode of Wallace N Gromit, Curse of the Were-Rabbit. In the last episode, we finally made our return to West Wallaby Street and made our way straight into the woods. And in this episode, we're going to be doing continuing things off here in the woods. Starting off with this mission of Mr. Growback's escaped sheep.
This here weather will run my runner veins into the ground. Sorry to keep bothering you, but all my sheep have escaped. I don't suppose you could round them up. Some of Mr. Khalees's greedy goats are roaming around too. Make sure none of me veggies are hurt.
Okay, Mr. Growback, whatever you say. So that's where you got to take the sheep, by the way. And yep, you got 10 minutes to actually do this. This mission is actually fairly easy. Just whack the goat, make him break that. Wallace, seriously, get out of the way. Unless you want to get hit by the goat. Right, he's calmed down. There we go, that's goat number 1. Now to do the sheep over here. There are 3 over here in total. So all you have to do is just take the sheep down this path and you should be in the clear. But bearing in mind they are actually hard to herd. Even whacking them doesn't do anything. There we go. We'll just put them there. And we'll fetch this goat. I did that, Wallace, to prevent you from getting hit by the goat. There you go, that'll convince you to jump off, goat. Wow. Didn't think it would be able to make the turn. But there we go, there's the 2 goats done. So now let's focus on completing the sheep. This one, I think you can... No, you can't. I thought you could lure him over the hill. Unless you can suck him off like I did with the goat. So let's lure these 3 sheep to Mr. Growback's house. Because that's where the sheep's pen is. Right, come on, sheep. In fact, funny enough, all these sheep have their own pens. And you know what's even more funny? They have names. So that one is called Fluffy. That one is called Flossie. That one is called Molly. They said Motley. What about these 2? That one's called Daisy. Funny how a sheep is called Daisy. Oh my god. One of his sheep is called Polly. And the other one is called Dolly. That's the exact same name as my 2 cats. And they live right next door to each other. In the game, that is. Not in real life. In real life, they live in the same house as me. Because obviously they are my cats after all. But that is funny. That is really funny that he has 2 sheep called Polly and Dolly, and I have 2 cats called Polly and Dolly. Speaking of which, we just found Dolly. Oh, sorry, that's not Dolly, that was Dipsy. My mistake. But well, that is still funny. That is still really, really funny. I know I'm not laughing at the top. I know I'm not laughing hysterically, but it is really funny. Oh, by the way, some newsflash in case you lot haven't actually realised, the brand new game of Kirby Planet Robobot has finally been released. It was officially released on Friday, and I would have actually got it on the exact same day of the release date, but we had a little problem. The problem was the game station that we have, the game store. I asked my mum and my brother if they could go into town and get it for me as I was in work, so I couldn't go into town and get it myself. They had a look, but the game store only had one copy in stock and it already sold it to someone else. And I thought, when I was told this, I thought, why on earth would they have a brand new game in their store and only have one of them?
A job well done. Here.
Yeah, that's actually what I don't get. Why on earth would you only have one copy of a brand new game that was released officially on the same day? I don't get that. The official date release... Wait. His sheep are released again! Anyway, right. These are the name of his sheep. Sean the sheep, Daisy, Mipsy, Fluffy, Dipsy, Flossie, Polly and Dolly, Maisie, and Molly. Now, I'm going to go into this cave because there's a little something in here for you to grab. If you go up here and follow this path, there's a collector card. But yeah, anyway, that's electrifying. Now, obviously, yeah, I have got the game on me now. I actually had it arrived by the post yesterday. And I first started playing it at 7:30 last night. And I just completed it before doing this recording at 4:30. So, officially, it has taken me almost 24 hours just to complete the game. And it is crazy, isn't it? Oh, great. Hang on. We've got to go into the nighttime. Whoops. But yeah, I actually received the game in the post on the 11th of June. And today's date is the 12th, and I actually completed it on the next day. So I received it in the mail on the 11th, and I completed it officially on the 12th. How very strange is that? Like, you wouldn't think that I completed it in exactly 21 hours, but I did. That game honestly took me 21 hours to complete. Right, we got 2 missions here in the woods, and they're the only missions for us to do. But I heard there was an ambush somewhere in the woods, and I know exactly where it is. It's actually next to where we are the whole time. You have to go behind Mr. Grobag's house. It's round here. Yep, Hush is with us. Here we go. We've got 3 were-badgers and 1 were-hedgehog. Wow, some ambush. Really? Really? How stupid are you, you crazy ass were-badger? You decide to electrify your own teammate in the butt. Wow. Technically, that's meant to be the hardest ambush to do because of 3 were-badgers in 1. But that 1 were-badger just helped me out. Now, obviously, since these are the only 2 missions we got to do, we could help Jasminda, but I want to help Mr. Grobag first.
My generator seems to pack in at night. What am I gonna do? I've no power. Could you fix it? I think it might be those beasts that roam around here at night. You'll find find the generator in that cave. Good luck. You'll need it.
Alrighty then. So when the minute you start this mission, you automatically go inside the cave and you got were chickens and were weasels here. Whoa. So yeah, you just gotta kill them, get the were energy. Well, actually, you don't really have to kill them. What exactly it is you have to do, make Hutch activate that, and you got to use Gromit to do this. When it shows green light, that's good. You want to make sure everything on the same side is green. Because you see that lever is actually dropping. So you've got to do it all really fast. And there we go, that's side one done. When I actually first did this mission on my very first attempt, I honestly had no idea what it was I was supposed to do. But now I do. In fact, this is actually my third official attempt of 100% completing the game. I think I do recall saying that in the very first ever episode of the game, but I'm saying it again now. But anyway, we'll do that. There was actually something really funny. I actually went on my YouTube channel, The Shocking Into 1000, in case you've forgotten what it was. And that's side 2 complete. I noticed that one of my Wallace N Gromit because of the Where Rabbit videos have already had 33 views in a matter of... Whoa. Right, there we go. There you go, complete. That's officially what you have to do. And it just shows the house and nothing happens.
That's better. My heater works now. Most appreciated. Here's a card.
And how very strange for Mr. Growback to be living in the woods, just saying. But anyway, oh, what was it? Yeah. One of my Wallace N Gromit Goes to the Where Rabbit videos had a total of 33 views, even though it was uploaded a week ago. I am not kidding. I actually found this out on Friday. And I know one of the viewers is a friend's brother of mine. Well, is a brother of a friend of mine, in other words. And I would not believe that he viewed that one video 33 times. I honestly wouldn't think. But anyway, back to the story about Kirby Planet Robobot. You're probably concerned thinking, how on earth was I able to complete the game in 21 hours? Well, the thing is, I actually saw a video on YouTube that showed all the bosses in that game. There was... Well, I can't officially say all the names of the bosses, but I definitely know 2 of them. One of which is the very first boss in Area 1, and the other one is the final boss who I just recently defeated. I am not going to say exactly who they are in case you want that to be left as a surprise. So I'm not going to say exactly who they are, but believe me, the game is that addictive you might want to start playing it now. I am not kidding. Anyway, so yeah, so the main objective of that was actually get from start to finish, but you also had to collect code cubes. And the reason why it took me 21 hours to complete it and not 2 weeks or whatever was because Kirby Planet Robobot was similar to Kirby's Triple Deluxe, but instead of finding sunstones, you had to find code cubes, and the locations of where you had to find them were sort of similar to the sunstones in the Kirby Triple Deluxe game. But you had to do a lot of power-up trading in order to get every single one of them. And I can tell you, I actually had no problem finding every single code cube game. I had no problem to find every single code cube in the game but one. There was one code cube that I wasn't able to find, and it took me 15 minutes to actually find it. And I eventually did find it on my third attempt of the level.
Thanks. It's dangerous round here. These huge creatures keep jumping out and chasing me.
Right, anyway, so in this mission, before we get sidetracked, you have to follow Jasminder, who actually runs. Which is actually really unique, because I don't want a certain character to be walking. First definition of here, though, the beasts, you have got, when they show up, the were-chickens and the were-rat. Wow. Right, let's get rid of these were-chickens. There we go. Now you want to lower the bridge to let Jasminder run across it. And straight away you'll be introduced to werebees. I think. Oh no, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. It's not werebees. Wereslugs. Right. Stop what? I'm not even doing anything, Hutch. Unless you're referring to the wereslugs. But anyway, so yeah, you just have to follow Jasmine around. This mission does not take long at all. Because the fact that she actually runs is... Oh god. Were-badgers and were-weasels galore. This is gonna suck. Well, the were-weasels were delaying me a lot there. Jasmine, did you want to take these crackers to replenish your health? Yeah, I actually still remember that one episode where I accidentally sucked up a bottle and shot it at a woman's head. I still remember that. I still can't believe that actually happened. Well, we are doing horrible in this. Right, there we go. Got rid of all those were-hedgehogs. And I think this is going to be the final ambush. I think. Yeah. And there you go. That's the end of the level.
Thanks for all the help.
So we return Jasminder home. And there's no more missions in the nighttime, so I think it's best to go back into the daytime. See if there's any... Actually, no, hang on. We can just better off do this. No? Are you serious? Well, how about that? We apparently don't seem to have any missions unlocked at the minute. Maybe if I go to daytime, maybe that might tell me. Ah yeah, there we go. Thought so. I knew there was one mission left. So yeah, it's just got to go to daytime and then straight back to nighttime. because that last mission that we've unlocked, well, that mission that we actually unlocked, is the last character mission in West Wallaby Street. There are still some cards for us to grab in the town centre. So we got the town centre's cards and the parks. The woods and the church we've actually officially done. So we're just going to do Miss Mulch's mission, and we should be at the end of the episode. And believe me when I say this, the mission instating Miss Mulch in the woods, yeah, spoiler alert, she is found in the woods. And I can honestly say this, it is a joke. It is a genuine joke, because do you remember when I said how fast Jasminda moves? Well, wait till you see Miss Mulch.
I've been using Mr. Growback's gardening secret to grow these apples. We've got to get out of here without old Growback seeing. Oh, but the forest is full of strange creatures. Will you help me get back home?
Yes.
Lord, if we get away with it.
Let's see. That is how fast she moves. And I don't blame her because of the fact that she's coming up to the retirement age. I don't want to say old because I don't want to be disrespectful to many people. But, yeah. What's actually on the plus side, she doesn't stop for anything. When a were-chicken comes out, a were-rat or anything, she does not stop. She just carries on as if nothing is there. And all you have to do is just get rid of every creature so that way she can get back home. And this is what I meant by the werebees. It wasn't in the Jasminda mission, it was in the other mission. Oh. Sorry, Miss Mulch. Well, it's actually a good thing. She doesn't lose health when you accidentally hit her. I think with the Vicar, he does. But that's as far as I know. But yeah, you don't have to worry about destroying the beehive. You just have to get rid of the werebees. There we go, where chickens are dealt with. This mission of Miss Mulch is actually the easiest protective mission to do, but it also is the longest. Because for one thing, she walks that slow because she's got a big sack of apples over her back. And I just received a notification from my Wii U gamepad that something's popping up in the Nintendo eShop. I'll have a look at that at the end of the recording. I don't think it's anything useful. There's the gnome. Wow. Alright, Miss Mulch, alright. Just get rid of that. I was hoping to actually complete this without Miss Mulch getting hit. And yet, it actually says you can talk to her. But I'm mashing the Y button and you don't actually get to talk to her at all. What else is there left? More gnomes! Yay! Oh god, I must get over there quick before the... Too late. Right, that's definitely not that's not the last ambush, just letting you know. Wait. Okay, that was strange. I was like doing that with the gnome head and suddenly it actually caught Miss Mulch. Ah, whoa! Gnomes out of the blue. That's the first time in a while that creatures showed up without a cutscene happening. And how the heck did that gnome head suddenly get launched from the ceiling? Well, not ceiling, from the air. And there we go. That's the end of the mission.
Thank you. And here's that reward.
And there we go. That's every single mission in Wallasey, Grimsley, and West Wallaby Street. Next time on Wallace N Gromit Curse of the Were-Rabbit, we are going to be doing some more side quests or grabbing the last remaining cards in the town centre. See you guys then.